There's a lot. BBLs now are like every chick's getting plastic surgery.
Come to Astoria, dude. It's a circus full of Latinas with fake asses,
with
fake
upgrades,
tits, fake lips.
Called upgrades.
Upgrade? No, dude. I consider it downgrade.
Really?
Yeah, they're really big. Go to any airport.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
And you
I get
see
tricked
them,
by
you
them
go,
every
"Oh my
time. Brittany's
God."
always like, "That's a BBL or whatever," and I'm always like, "Really?"
Once they
You
figure
get
out the next
tricked?
generation.
I
They
see
have
them
like skinny thighs.
I know.
Yeah.
With the
Some Latinas have skinny thighs and big butts, though. By some, I mean one. I have no.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a BBL though. Could have been an OG BBL.
It is nice. It's a nice
My whole life might be a fucking lie.
visual red flag to see someone with all that work done. You're like, that's a fucking, that's a lunatic.
It's a damaged person.
Yeah, I mean, dude. Now I'm telling you, the fucking what's the shit called? They all get
Botox.
Botox.
Yeah.
That's like standard.
Basic.
Oh,
Yeah, that's like not, to not get it is weird.
Yeah.
And then it's like all the other stuff is like, yeah. I mean, obviously, I want to fucking.
God damn, getting facial surgery is so funny. I hope I go crazy enough.
Me too.
If I go crazy enough to
Dude, I hope you get Madonna
like not
crazy.
get in shape in any way, but just
Just
go nuts on my face.
Chiseled fucking jawline.
Just do nothing with anything else and just get a crazy face.
I mean, just Joan Rivers your nose.
Matt, we've got to do the Patreon.
No expression. And
5 ads? What the fuck?
Dude, a thick black hairpiece. Hairpiece that's sliding
It's
off.
a turtleneck.
Get the
a
hairline
fucking
down to
big
here.
fake face.
Get the hairline down to the eyebrows.
Get some wig bangs, dude.
That's, I mean,
It's
yeah,
like you and Gillian
that's
Keys.
one way to do it. Is to just end it. Just keep
property,
doing
bro.
stand up. People be so scared. You guys remember jacking off? My whole act.
You get a coach buzz, an artificial coach buzz, a 4-inch sticking
Fighting
straight
Irish.
up.
I love the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
God, oh, I see what you're saying. True. So you're like, don't look at me right now, guys.
Don't.
Guys, I'm a poor reflection of Notre Dame's program.
I'm poor.
please.
I'm a poor reflection of the Nick Diaz army right now. Also, I was wearing these gray sweatpants again without underpants.
With the boner.
Not a boner. Not even
I mean.
close to a. I mean, a tiny boner.
That's perfect.
I nubbed out in the
You're still
represent.
nubbing?
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, it's so it's nice your dong's been defying gravity. Just a perfect float.
Matthew and I did the cold plunge yesterday, and
Phew, my God.
Matt almost caught a glimpse. Matt came into the room where I was changing and almost caught a glimpse.
I
of
was close.
what would have been one of the gnarliest penises you've ever. It was the smallest your penis can possibly. It destroys the Adderall penis.
Mine was crazy. Mine was, I was like rebirthed.
Yeah,
You know how people do like rebirthing?
No, what's that?
You can like, there's guys that do like a certain type of breathing where someone coaches you through experiencing your birth.
What are we doing?
Well, that I
Who's
caught
doing
my
that?
penis and I think it's real because I looked at my penis and I was all of a sudden like, I had like the
The
umbilical cord
umbilical.
around my neck. I was like, oh God.
That penis was,
Yeah.
Joe still has a unit. You notice that?
I didn't look.
You didn't
I didn't look. I thought to look. No, I swear to God, in my head I went, you should probably see the thing. I was like, go look. In my head I went, dude, don't do that. I literally in my head I was like, look at his dick, and I was like, no, dude, don't look at his
Can't
dick.
gaze upon St. Rogie's penis, dude.
It's the hog.
I feel like he would appreciate us giving him props on having a
Hog
unit.
props?
He's got a nice hog.
Yeah, he's got a decent hog.
Post fucking cold plunge, hog, dude.
See,
and
I
I
didn't
caught
even see that.
a vicious glimpse because he got out. I got right in. So he was just standing next to the tub, and I was in there like. I was quivering. Oh man, Joe's dick's huge.
That might have boosted you for that extra 30
Got me
seconds.
the extra-
That was the extra 30.
That was the warmth I needed. That was the fight or flight. You see a hog like that, you're like,
I mean, dude, for real, that is a mental
Went to another
touchdown.
school, and then I thought it was funny, and I didn't tell anybody because I didn't have any friends, but I hired a guy. I phoned the Yellow Pages to a contracting firm, and I had the guy. I said, we want to add 25 feet onto the library on the west side of the school. Could you measure and give me an estimate? And he said, okay, what's your name? And I said, I'm Howard Mandel. And
And he was like, that's an adult's name.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was always Howard.
Yeah.
Everybody was mad at me. But I said, and you need to do it at 3:15. We'll open it up because the kids are in class. That's when I need you to measure and do it. And I did that because I was in math at that time, and I looked out onto the field, and it was funny to me to watch this guy with a tape measure, and he's writing down things, and he's out in the field. And then I saw the vice principal walk out in the field and talk to him. And I know, like, just in my own mind, he's going, what are you doing? And he's going, I'm going to give an estimate on the addition onto the library.
Yeah.
And he's going, who authorized this? And he goes, which made me laugh. Howard Mandel. You just see the guy leaves, and then they go and over the loudspeaker system, would Howard Mandel please come to the office? And I go to the office, and the principal goes, did you tell a guy to build an addition onto the library? And I go, no. He goes, he gave me your name. And I go, no, I'm getting 3 estimates. I'm a lot more. And he goes, could you please, like he's nervous. He goes, could you please sit down? And I sat down, and they called my parents. And my parents came in. And it was I'm biting my lip. He's explaining to my parents, your son hired a company to put an addition onto the library. As if my parents, I've told this story so many times, but my parents were supposed to say, like, we told them never to do that. But they couldn't, they started laughing.
They were laughing.
They were trying to laugh, and they said, get out. But I was always doing things like that. I always like.
It's a very precocious prank.
Theater of discomfort is always my happy place.
Yeah.
I guess somebody's calling.
It's like, it was one thing when you ate the turd, Howie, but this whole addition is too much. You have
Really?
to leave school. No, I'm
No,
playing
it
the
was
role of the
I
principal.
did a lot of things. I would do a lot of things. I came in to class. We had a class on the second floor, and I would come in 10 minutes early. I would go before, and I'd unlock the window, and then I'd go to the janitor's office, and I'd get a ladder. And 10 minutes, the class is already in. I'm not there. I would just climb in through the window and go sit down at my desk like nothing happened.
Damn.
It's pretty awesome.
I got in trouble I was not even close. I was like just a fart in class. That was as far as I got. You were doing real good pranks.
Classical one. I'm watching you sleep, and you're just like, dude, this is crazy. It is nice white noise, though. It is nice white noise, though.
Snoring is as
Hearing
funny
a
as
dude
it gets.
snore while you're fucking.
Snoring is so, dude. I was at my parents' the last few days, and Phil goes wild.
Oh, yeah,
Phil
dude.
goes nuts on the snores. Dude. You can hear him from downstairs. You can hear a guy upstairs going,
They're hitting like 0% blood oxygen in their brains. They're hitting 0%
I
oxygen
can
in their
hear
brain.
Phil's apnea from the other room. You hear him just like,
It's just all of their dreams is just them and Kevin Costner in Yellowstone. I don't know, partner. How are we going to get this horse up?
partner, I can't breathe.
How are we going to get that horse up on there, that trailer?
They love it. They love it. Like, it's on Fox Nation.
we stayed at my parents' house when we went back. I think around Thanksgiving, whatever it was. I forget when it was. And we were like sleeping. Like my dad watches TV at like 90, and it's just war. There's just warfare the whole time. I'm like, dude, go to bed.
It's warfare mixed with a dude occasionally going, oh, they're just dead asleep to the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan on fucking 100 volume. Just, R.I.P. Zeus.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
German
no.
Shepherd. He had stomach cancer. He died.
Those white shepherds, bro, are long for this earth.
He's not long for this earth, but
None of them are. They're fucked up.
he
It's cursed breed.
his ass was bleeding. So they gave him some medicine. Then he had a fucking seizure in front of all the kids.
Oh no! What's the dog?
Which is not a dog
Is
seizure.
it zoomies?
It's so it's zoomies with foam. It's harsh, dude.
Oh my god!
A dog seizure is so sad.
Oh, what did they put him on?
I don't know. I have no idea.
They put him down. They just
Fucking-
put him-
and then they took him to the vet, and they're like, "Yeah, he has stomach cancer."
Yeah, the Michael Jackson.
Yeah. He said fentanyl, that bull.
He, yeah,
I gave him pepperoni though on Christmas Eve, the night before his death.
Beautiful.
I said, brother, Riggins was over there. I said, Riggins, here's some pepperoni. I saw Zeus. You could tell Zeus wasn't feeling well. He was
Yeah.
just sitting, but he still was looking at that pep. I said, I got you, brother.
I mean, dude, it
Hit
is
him
tight.
pepperoni, and he was so sick. He was like,
And he didn't breed, right?
no.
He's the last of his kind.
He's the last of the
So
white
there's a
shepherd.
genetic struggle through nature that ended with him just going and like licking pepperoni under a table. Then his whole bloodline
And
just
then, and then his owner being like, "How much is that bill?"
blinked out of
Nah, you
existence.
gotta put him down. I'm not paying for fucking dog surgery.
He's right, by the way.
He is right, but
mean-
the best was so my sister FaceTimes me crying, obviously,
Yeah.
and I was like, Zeus was the guy. He was the
he's
man.
the
I
man.
love Zeus. And then, I was like, "How are the kids doing?" And Anthony was in the back, and he was just like, "We're going to the pool." I was like, "All right." The kids don't give a fuck. They did not give a fuck about that dog, dude. I've never seen kids not care.
We're going to the indoor pool today.
Like, all right, he's all right.
He might have just been masking his pain.
Probably. The indoor water play
Definitely
is just gonna be
not.
sitting under the fucking like mushroom thing, just like
The mushroom water thing.
it's like, damn, I lost my fucking best friend.
Oh.
Nah, dude.
If it was Riggins, the family would have gone down.
Yeah.
Zeus was the one that everyone was kind of like,
Bro, my brother had a white shepherd. They were counting down the days on it. That's
and they're like weird.
they're fucked
They're
up.
weird dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, they're fucked up. They're fucked up dogs. They're truly
Yeah,
aggressive.
he's
White
a
German
fucked up
shepherds
guy.
are weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
white shepherds have like genetic abnormalities, and they're just like they're prone to like diseases. They're like real fucking sketchy too.
Yeah.
They're cool looking dogs.
Yeah. Looked
But-
like a wolf,
Yeah,
but
they're fucked up. Somebody pigged out on the genetics of German shepherds, and they're like, "Ooh, shit."
those boys love that.
True. The Germans.
The
do
Germans
love
are like, make him weiter. Make him absolutely
that.
perfect.
Finally, it's a perfect
Plain
dog.
nice one.
Getting drunk on the plane, you're like, whatever.
Yeah, on the way there, you're terrified of
Yeah,
flying.
when you're sober.
Way back, you have 4 drinks. You're like, kill me. Kill me right now. I don't give a fuck. I'll beat God's ass for this. Right when I get to the pearly gates, I'm sprinting into his house. You motherfucker. You gonna fucking kill me in a plane? You fucking bitch. I was doing stuff. We were talking about getting to the pearly gates and St. Peter being like, "Oh, Shane Gillis, it looks like you says here." Just fucking shut the fuck up, dude. Like God lives in a townhouse. He's running through his screen door while he's watching TV. Just you fucking bitch! Why'd you kill me on a plane?
What if you went there? He's like, "Shane, you are my strongest angel." He's like, "Yeah, I figured as much."
Yeah, I knew that's why I would beat the shit out of St. Peter like that.
The fuck, dude.
Yeah, St. Peter's kind of, excuse my French, Lord, a bitch. You
Whoa,
know?
whoa, whoa,
What the
whoa,
fuck
whoa,
are you
You're
talking
talking
about,
about the
dude?
rock of the church, dude.
Yeah, what the hell are you talking about?
I mean, dude, the rock of the church is Jesus, but like, that's just my idea.
No,
Jesus is the fucking church. Jesus is the body of the church. Peter's a rock.
here's the rock that it's built upon.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It's not as sophisticated as Paul, but
Wait,
His
Peter
actions.
lied. Or Peter fucking.
Peter denied him.
what would
Peter
you have
denied
done, dude?
Jesus.
You're about to get crucified
We're gonna
upside down,
fucking
man.
cut your
Stop
head
talking
off.
shit.
He's like, I don't even know that fucking guy.
I'm representing, dude. I'm fucking.
You
I'll
have to
put-
represent.
represent.
Yeah. All right,
gotta become the
we
colonel.
can talk about it. I got bullied, dude. This is why I try not to wear cool stuff. Whenever I wear cool, I literally put on a represent T-shirt.
That one?
Not this one, a different one. That's all I have. They gave me a box of represent T-shirts. All I wear is represent T-shirts. But one of them just says represent huge across the back, and I was like, I'm just going to get coffee. I literally, when I put it on, I was like, why do I care? No one cares. This doesn't matter. Nothing's going to happen. I went into this coffee shop. This guy goes, all right, you can go ahead in front of me. We're going to take a while to order. And I start going, and he pulled his wife back from the counter. It was like, you got to let this guy go first. He's representing right now. I was like, oh,
Sometimes they just got to feel like the big fella for a little
yeah,
bit.
but why
dude.
do
That's all it is.
why do you do that to me?
You should have turned around and go, just out of curiosity, what's the point of it? Why?
Why?
Does that make you
Why
feel
do
good
bad
when you,
things
when
happen
you
to
talk
good
about me
people?
like that? You should have spazzed, dude.
I should have bent down and screamed as loud as I could in his daughter's face. I should have went, ah! He wasn't big. I could have had him. I could have mangled his face. I look fucking
this- you look sick.
No, I genuinely look like a retarded. If I put a cowboy hat on, I look
Shane,
actually.
if I gave you 10 different hats, you'd look retarded.
Yeah, true. Baseball cap's the closest one.
No, I bet you look
And
sick.
he-
You just have to commit. I think it's.
Trust me on this. Chris sent down all my shit I left in the apartment. A cowboy hat is in this building.
You got to put it on.
Put it on.
I'll show you.
You
Let
put it
the
on. You
people
put it on in
fucking see.
blackout, and it's
Yeah, but don't do it funny. You got to do it serious.
that'd be nice.
You got to put it on the right
Put it
angle.
on and wake up, and you're building like a development on some dude's fucking nature preserve. Like, what the hell happened?
This nice girl told me how to put it on. You have to like, you put it.
Oh, you got to put it on the
It's
front.
got to be snug enough for the wind not to kick it off.
True.
So you have to get like a certain. I'm in between a 7 1/4 and 7 3/8.
The cowboy hat. You didn't pull the trigger on a cowboy hat.
No, she said she'd have to stretch it for me to get. I was like, I'm not wasting your
Yo,
time.
tell
I'm not
yo.
buying a fucking $600
Like, I'm reading
cowboy
what
hat.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. How about you chill out, dude? I'm here to just get a fucking cowboy hat.
Yeah.
gotta
I should
stretch it
though.
out.
I should just try it just to have one, you know?
Dude, you know exactly how you look in a cowboy hat. You love every second of it.
Yeah, but then it starts to become like it's a costume. You know, even if I wanted to wear it, it's too.
All of our clothes are costumes. Our personality's a costume, dude.
True, man.
Just get deep into it.
I don't like you listen to this introspective music. Just talking to me like this.
Your personality is a total costume.
It is.
It's just a thick thing of defense against our childhood.
It's
fucking.
callous. Look at this,
Yo,
dude. Are you fucking kidding me?
No,
You're gonna talk
no.
shit on this?
No, dude, that
Drips
thing's
of
nice.
Drips of Tommy got me this jacket for my B-Day.
Damn, dude,
Pretty
It's his
cool.
birthday this week.
that's fucking nice.
Monday.
I was a damn builder.
You don't think you look sick, dude?
I don't. I also don't know
What do you
which way
think,
to wear
dude?
it.
Gar,
It's nasty as fuck. It for real is nasty as fuck.
10 out of 10 drip severe.
I
Thank
think
you.
you just have to commit to it for like a week and a half.
I'll never wear it. Cowboy
Out
hat.
here, it'd be
yeah.
perfect.
No,
Yeah.
it's crazy to do that.
It is the perfect hat though for a dude. It's the straightest
yeah.
hat possible.
And when you're this big, if I had that size, I'd make some decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
In the house and out of the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
pure domination.
With a hat like that.
It's time to dominate. I'm gonna put on the hat.
Chicks love that stuff.
Yeah. So yeah.
Tommy was explaining how you have
I'd
to,
say,
you have
could
to
I
put
get
it on and you have
a
it.
Coca-Cola with my chicken tenders. I'll just have the chicken tenders.
This would be perfect with your future face.
You should start doing that for stand up.
You guys have a kids menu? Can I get the quesadilla? Just cheese, no salsa. Evil motherfucker must have contacted. I guess you can use Indian bots to just spam somebody you don't like.
I might start doing that.
Somebody got me with just Indian dudes calling me fat. It was like a 5-minute span of 1,000 comments from Indian dudes talking shit. But
You are pathetic.
It was like, nobody will respect you with your body, like shit. Like, and then one of them that stuck with me that's so funny is big seats. They kept talking about because I'm fat, I need big seats, and they're like, "How could you find clothes? Big pants, big seats." I was just laying on my couch one night. I got 10 million notifications at once. I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" Hold on, I can probably find them. They're nasty.
Dude, you said-
yes.
Damn, dude.
What are the boys doing?
I need to know their affiliation with the whatchamacallit, armed services, because it's like,
If they're troops, I take it all back. They're hot troops. That's nice.
yeah, I mean, dude, it is kind of nuts to think about now to like choose a life path around like maximum virality, where it's like I'm a born again Christian, I'm a troop, I'm a single guy. That's like a good single guy TikTok and all that stuff's pretty nice. Who's the other? There's another guy that guy who's in his 50s who's really nice.
Now somebody's spamming it with Israel.
You have Israelis coming at you?
Israel is the largest recipient of U.S. foreign aid. This is just a picture of me with Naeem and Ahmed. Oh, that makes sense. All right. Israel is the largest recipient of U.S. foreign aid. American taxpayers pay $13 million per day to Israel, which uses it to slaughter Palestinian children while the world watches in silence. All right. Thank you for the comment on my picture. Hold on.
Dang. God dang.
Ooh. Yes, here they are. One guy commented, discipline.
Discipline was my favorite.
Don't sit near them. They might eat you. Chubby, you should be on a diet 24/7. Discipline. Fat man, you should eat less. Wide load. Dude. Lose some weight, man. Weight, man. Holy fatness. Lose weight. You're the reason there are plus. That's a good one.
There are plus.
Yeah.
Dude, lose some weight, fat man.
Dude.
Who was it, dude?
I don't know.
Who organized such a fucking...
You are too big to be respected. I mean, what the fuck, dude? You'll
got
never fit into that chair.
Big seats.
These are big seats. I got big seats.
Anti-fascist. I want that
Are
to be.
you sure?
Yeah, I mean,
You're
Frank.
Antifa?
No, I'm anti-Antifa, and I'm also the anti-the-far. I don't want people to cut this up and say James McCann is a Franco committed great atrocities.
You shouldn't have just
What was
said
his
what you don't
atrocities?
want.
I don't even know what his atrocities are. I don't know enough about
Franco?
it. But he put an end to some
he was-
atrocities,
What did
and
he
that's
it
got
was
to
the
count for
Spanish
it.
Civil War. It was almost nothing but
He
atrocities.
was fucking dudes up.
He got funded by Hitler.
What?
But then he turned around and he said, "I'm not helping you now, Hitler." I mean, can we give him
That's
a little
because
credit?
He tricked
it was
Hitler.
like right before the World War II. They still had to fix their entire country. Otherwise, they would have participated.
I mean, they could have.
There's no. All right, here's what I will
They
say.
definitely could have helped. in
If
some way.
Franco was a good guy, he would have helped Hitler.
I think Franco
After
helped
all
the
Hitler
Allies.
did for Franco,
If he kept his word,
you're
you're
telling
saying.
me this guy's a good
This
guy?
guy's not only a
Your word
fascist,
is
he's a
bond. You're
traitor.
saying your word
The
is
worst
bond.
kind.
treacherous.
And now a fascist of his word.
Everybody turned on Adolf. The Wops, the Spaniards.
There's a
They did.
I mean, he had it coming. He was getting a little out of
He pigged.
control. And
He
he
pigged
pigged
out.
out
He
pretty
pigged out,
hard,
dude.
dude.
He pigged. He for sure pigged out.
He
was wrong.
pigged out.
He was wrong, all right? No one's defending the man. He was wrong. He was
I
so
agree.
wrong. He was so wrong.
Hitler?
Yeah.
Yes.
And didn't he kind of didn't Hitler kind of cause the state of Israel in a way?
You know the word
was a little
Holocaust.
before.
The word Holocaust
Okay, they
means
started before.
But then
I don't want to
eventually-
get into
Why
this.
wasn't
I don't
Hitler
wanna
trying to
do
get
that. I don't wanna say that.
Israel?
He was trying to relocate people to Mozambique. A lot of countries were offered to take all of the Jews in Germany and said no, including Australia.
Well, that's how it works.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, "Hey, we're giving you all these people." Other countries are going to go, "No."
No.
They
I mean,
don't
I
think
wish
he was going to kill them if they didn't.
When
Yeah.
Hong
And
Kong
then
was
I
being
think they
invaded,
found
though, a
out
lot of people
he
came out and
was, and they
said,
still were like,
"We'll take all the Hong Kong."
Yeah.
"Yeah."
It's also crazy too to
thanks.
like. I mean, you could take any group of people and be like, by the way, we got to take a whole ethnicity and put people are like, well, what's going on?
Yeah.
What is going on? Why? It just sounds insane.
I think we have a unique country for it would actually work pretty well.
Yeah. Why did you guys deny them? That's fucked up.
I agree. I think we should have helped.
You guys would have been crushing. You guys could have been little Israel.
You guys actually might have the third most expensive building in the world if you had done that. If you had done that, you'd have several expensive buildings.
Don't you ever question the expensiveness of the Royal Adelaide Hospital?
That is so fun. That phone call must have been so funny of Hitler be like, takes these Jews. Like,
Yeah.
what? No, we're
Yeah.
not taking the Jews.
Now listen, Adolf. We're not going to take the Jews off your hands. You're going to have to deal with them. Now, don't do anything brash.
Why are we Al Capone?
Because it was around then.
Do you think they started trading too? They think they were offering other trades?
1930s.
What we'll give you?
Just like, well, we got like 40,000 Mexican guys.
Yeah.
They're like, what?
Yeah, I used to
No.
talk about this in my act, but I remember I used to. Have you ever sat naked and just put a pair of like sunglasses on your dick? You put a pair of sunglasses.
Like those?
Oh, what?
like those?
Yeah,
Do the bit.
yeah. Why? And then you take a cigarette or something and you put it between your
Wow.
dick and your nuts.
Wow.
You hold the cigarette and you have glasses.
I mean,
and it
that's
looks
really
like
funny.
No, it is. And then when you move up, it looks like it's
Yeah, Samuel L.
talking.
Jackson.
Oh yeah. And then you make noise.
That's a great bit, bro.
No, I've never thought of
I've
it.
never done that.
I did it when I was a kid. I talked about it in my act. This is a true story. So I'm doing it in my room. I've got the thing. I never
Yeah.
got a friend, so I made one. And so I put the glasses there, and I had a cigarette in between. I'm going like, and the cigarette moves. It's great. I know that. Who's ever watching this is going to try it too.
Oh, for sure.
Everybody's
Yeah.
going to do it. I'll tell you some other things I did. But my mom walked in. My mom walks in. She walked in, and I was like that, and I just like froze. And you know what she says to me? You fucking smoke?
Just made you smoke the whole pack?
No, but I mean, she was more perturbed that I had a fucking cigarette instead of sunglasses, and I was talking to my own nuts.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, you're
Why is
being
that?
creative.
I mean, did she know you were like a fucking weirdo already?
I didn't ask. I just
Were you
she was
weird?
mad at me for having cigarettes, not for putting.
Yeah.
She's probably trying to solve one problem at a time.